Emmett.
Let's see here.
Emmett.
If the introversion matrix is at 43 degrees,
Emmett.
then the field coil armature should be at...
Emmett.
What? Ow! What is it?
Your sons were fooling around and wouldn't come when I called.
That's terrible.
And neither did you. They get this from your side of the family.
You're probably right. We brown boys have a bit of a contumacious streak. Now mind your mother. After all, you need somebody looking after you. And you're not going to believe this, but that reminds me of a story about a couple of other kids. It was only a few years after Marty returned to the future. I was having a pleasant enough weekend, working on my prototype temporal field capacitor, which I believed, quite correctly by the way, would be the key to building the flux capacitor. But I digress. Pipe wrench! Come on, I don't have all day. I need a pipe wrench! Copernicus! That's a torque wrench! Still not bad for first try, boy. Now, Copernicus, perhaps you could lead me to my toolbox? It seems to have gotten misplaced. Hey? My reputation for, let's call it eccentricity, would grow over the years, particularly after the fire. But even back then, I had a feeling a visitor on a Saturday morning wasn't delivering good news.
Where is he? I need to talk to Calvin Marty Klein. Right the hell now.
George McFly! Who? I mean, what did we say? You mean my nephew? Why, Marty, Calvin, and his parents moved after the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
I don't want to hear about the stuff I know. I want the things I don't know. Where'd he move to? Why hasn't Marty come back to visit?
Well, you remember his interest in sailing. He went to college. Wait, isn't that where you should be?
That's the thing, Doc. I can't go back there. It's Lorraine. She's not interested in me anymore.
Great Scott! I thought the two of you had already set a wedding day.
In 1960, which sounded so far in the future. But you know girls. Do you know girls?
They defy all scientific logic.
Well, college leads you to new things, and Lorraine's found some.
Boyfriends?
No, nothing like that. It's just that I've been doing pretty dang well for myself. I've had a bunch of short stories published in the Science Fiction Club magazine, you know.
Well, that old chestnut, sci-fi club getting in the way of love and...
It's not sci-fi, it's science fiction. And it's not just all the junk you see in movies and on The Late Show. It's respectable.
Of course.
Anyway, I'm looking for Marty because he gave me such good advice regarding Lorraine the first time. I figure he's my only hope.
Wait there, 1 minute, or two. I didn't have Marty. What I did have was a chilling realization. If George and Lorraine didn't get together, Marty wouldn't exist. But we'd been down that road before. Where this was going, I didn't know if there were roads. After all the knots we'd tied in the time stream, the effects of Marty not existing would be, well, I didn't know what they would be, but it wouldn't be good. For the sake of the space-time continuum, no chances could be taken. Fortunately, your old man is no one-trick pony. Time travel isn't the only thing I ever invented, although not everything always worked. If there's some way to get this device on Lorraine's head, we can find out what's going on in that head. Maybe a floral pattern? I was quickly learning the McFly family was not good at following instructions. I told you to wait.
To wait for what? Dr. Brown, it doesn't matter where's your nephew. I need Marty right now.
That can't be the problem, can it?
What? I need to talk to him. He's the only person who can get George to stop ignoring me.
He what?
Oh, I suppose I don't care. I can do better. There are other fish in the... I'm just adrift in the sea without him. George has always been so full of himself, so into his writing and so swallowed up in his ego. He's forgotten how to laugh at himself. And that was always his best feature.
Heavy. Wait there, 1 minute. Or two. Okay, right idea, wrong invention. It was all starting to add up. I remembered back when Marty had first arrived, when he came back in time and accidentally stopped his parents from ever getting together. I was trying to help him figure out his parental problem and fix my time machine.
Geez, Doc, I don't know about this.
Relax, Marty. Tell me about your father.
What are you, Sigmund Freud? What about him?
What's he like? You've known him your whole life.
I don't know. He's my dad, you know? He lets himself get pushed around. He lets everything get in the way of his dreams.
Dreams, eh? Well, what does he want from life?
My mom, hopefully. But this is the thing. I never even knew this. But he told me he writes stories. Sci-fi stories.
Science fiction! Fascinating! Now hand me a torque wrench.
A what?
We made George McFly assertive, all right. After the dance, he didn't just course correct from being a pushover weakling. He became a self-important jerk. I have it.
What, Marty?
Better than Marty.
What is it?
A tiny radio receiver. I got the idea from Marty's Walkman.
What?
From when Marty and I took a walk, man.
So, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to Cyrano de Bergerac you.
Huh?
You'll talk to Lorraine, but I'll tell you what to say.
How will that help? It's Lorraine's problem, not mine.
Trust me, George, I know exactly what to say. It was all working out so well. We both did all this before, so I think we should know what we're doing now. Until it wasn't.
What?
Shh, shh, shh. Don't move a muscle. Copernicus spotted a raccoon or a coyote. Just wait there a minute or two. If Lorraine saw George and me with the radio, well, she's a smart lady. She'd put two and two together. Wait! And that could equal a much harder time to save the time stream.
I heard you say,
It's not what you think.
Marty's here, isn't he? You're talking to Marty, but you don't want me to know.
Yeah, sure.
But why wouldn't you want Marty to see me?
He, just shouldn't see you here.
Does he still have a thing for me?
What? Is that?
Were you afraid of me throwing myself at the mysterious Calvin Marty Klein? I'll have you know, I'm an adult. I can make my own decisions, and I've made up my mind about who I want to be with.
But who's she with? Could it be?
So stop being coy and give me what I need.
Nobody's giving anybody anything!
Marty?
George?
Doc?
George!
Great Scott!
Lorraine! Doc! Hey, you! You get your damn hands off her! Yeah!
George, wait!
Weight has nothing to do with it.
Oof! What the?
Whatever you do, don't move until it's finished its cycle.
Hang on, this is some kind of electric chair?
No, well, sort of. It's my Staticomatic electric hair chair.
What's it doing, Doc?
This was getting absurd. When Marty stopped his parents from meeting, that was the change we had to fix. But this, using knowledge of the future to attempt to, what, to control it?
My knight in shining static electricity!
I'm your density!
I almost prevented nature from taking its rightful course. Marty and I fixed a mistake, but you can't go through life fine-tuning everybody until they're just what you think they should be. Sometimes life takes care of things.
Hey, you want to go see a movie, Lorraine?
Something romantic?
There's a new one called From the Earth to the Moon. That sounds perfect.
George, I hope you never change.
There, I adjusted the armature. Anybody could see the angles were off. But you're right. You have to let things take their own course.
Okay. But did that so the Mom so let me and phone alone?
Details. It just goes to prove nothing's perfect, not even time. Except for one time.
Yeah, bad time. We get it, Ma.
Like your father said, mind your mother.
Lesson I learned the hard way, but that's another story.